So I want to start to broach the topic of truth and narcissists. It's a massive topic. There's going to be so much to unpack. I feel like even I haven't thought through all of the aspects of this, and talking about it does help me at times unpack things for myself in relation to topics and connections and patterns that I see. So, narcissists and the truth. These two things do not go together. Narcissists hate the truth. The truth is something that they try and avoid no matter what. The extent to which certain narcissists will avoid the truth is staggering. It's unbelievable in some circumstances. I'm talking all kinds of things like allowing themselves to be incarcerated for extended periods of time just because they won't admit to something. Talking about continuing to lie and create more stories and perpetrate more falsehoods on top of a lie. So a huge amount of energy put into burying the lie rather than just owning up to something. So to say that it's dysfunctional is an understatement. It's irrational. It's irrational. And it's important to understand this because a lot of the difficulty we get into with narcissists is that we look at things through our own frame of reference and we go, why would you do that? It makes no sense. It makes no sense to put yourself through loss of resources, loss of freedom, energy, time, creating even more of a false narrative. Like, what are you doing? It makes no sense. So we underestimate what they're capable of. We think they won't do these things because it's a ridiculous extreme to go to from our point of view, from our perspective, from our lens. For them, this is not unreasonable. This is inevitable. For them, protecting their false image, protecting their frail sense of self, despite it being a lie, it gives them something that for them they feel is indispensable, whether or not that's the case. The fact of the matter is, this sort of thing, narcissism, although it is often accompanied by excessive amounts of grandiosity and arrogance and making themselves look, often very convincingly, like they're the smartest, coolest, richest, most got it going on person in the room, is really indicative of the fact that the exact opposite is true to an extent you would be frightened to become aware of. Why? Because when you see the levels of scarcity under which narcissists are actually operating, you will be frightened. You will be shaken to your core because you realize that you can't put anything past them. Because someone who feels that lacking will go to extreme extents just to feel okay for 30 seconds, for a minute. And they won't consider the broader consequences that could cost themselves and others so much. so much. The consequences of a narcissist, because of their orientation towards the scarcity, their fear, their defensiveness, their need to maintain some semblance of a self. They feel so empty. That is such a pressing need that they are always in a state of fight or flight and always doing their best to hide this. So it's almost like you are in as much danger as you would be around a wild animal. But you're not seeing a wild animal, you're seeing something really benevolent and sweet. Like you're seeing an angel or something next to you. But that's an illusion, because the narcissist is an illusion. And from what I've seen, I have yet to really make a full assessment of this to my own satisfaction. I always think over the things that I've experienced and try and have greater understanding, but oftentimes what you'll find, the more convincing the narcissist's mask is, the more dangerous and scared they are inside. It's almost like, because they're so deficient, this causes them, so the ones that are most deficient have built up the most convincing facades. And the ones who aren't as deficient are almost more lazy in the way that they present themselves. I don't know if this is the case across the board, but I have seen this, because you'll be caught unbelievably unawares by some narcissists. Of course, if you know what you're looking for, I think that greatly reduces the fact of the chance of being caught out. But yes, they can be very effective when they feel that their need to shield themselves, protect themselves, defend themselves, keep themselves having a sense of safety, their ability to create a complex, sophisticated mask, facade, and reality around themselves is quite impressive. So considering all I've said in the last few minutes, think back to what I said in the beginning of the video. How much space do you really think there is for truth? Do you think truth is even in the top 5 of considerations when narcissist is having a knee-jerk reaction to feeling threatened or maybe about to be found out? In the narcissist's world, with their inverted priorities, truth is a luxury they can't afford. Unfortunately, they'll lie about this. Naturally. Because it's not very trendy to just come out and say that every aspect of your whole existence is a lie. So they'll lie about lying as well. It's important for us to understand this. Those of us who would seek to live a life that doesn't contain a non-stop avalanche of chaos have to understand the value of truth. And people that hold truth in so little regard as Narcissist does cannot contribute to the kind of life that we're looking for, one of order and coherence, no matter how much they might say the opposite is true. Well, thank you for watching today. If something I said resonated, please let me know in the comments below. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.